Womanhood. Super, ain't it? You make a house a home, you're effortlessly beautiful, and manage tons of responsibility. Best part is, everyone knows you can do it. They don't even ask. They don't offer help. You just do it. Every day you get to use your superpowers to save the world. Isn't it great to have a cape? I'm over it. Women are the superheroes that save the world. We know it all, do it all, and be it all. But here, we just talk about it all. Welcome to the Surviving Superwoman Show, where we take the capes off and tell our truth.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Surviving Superwoman Show. It's your girl, Missy. Who I got over here across from me.
Hey, y'all. It's your girl, Des. What's up?
Hey, y'all. It's DJ.
Hey, DJ.
Hey.
So I'm so happy to be here today. We have a new exciting episode as usual. And so before we get too far into it, I'm going to let DJ go into the mental health check-in.
So for the mental health check-in, we are supposed to keep it at 3 words or less, okay, to describe how we've been. You know, I didn't see y'all last week, so I need like a 2-week 3-word update.
Okay, 2-week 3-word update. All right.
So Missy, how are you?
I'm a little tired, but I'm all right. I'm tired. I am content, and I am a little anxious. It's a big summer.
Okay.
Yeah. But in a good way. In a good way. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. That's how. In a good way.
There are big things coming.
I can't wait to find out.
Yes, girl.
Des, how are you?
I am good. My 3 words are... I don't know how to describe it. I guess just my first phrase is hanging in the balance because I don't have a way to describe it. Just kind of in the middle. Yeah, that's a good way, in the middle. My second is tired. Like I need a reset. Like longer than 2 days. Like the weekend isn't long enough. Like I need like a real, and it's a little nerve-wracking because it's not happening. But I need one of those. And then the third one is, if y'all can hear that.
Oh, that's the word?
And my eyes rolling too.
Okay.
It's all that.
Okay.
So.
DJ, what about you?
I'm anxious. Anxious that's a big word. Unsure. Like I don't know. I don't know. And scared. It's a lot of stuff going on, and I don't like not knowing what to do, where it's going.
Yeah.
I don't like that. So now I'm like, all right.
Yeah. Sometimes you just gotta go with the flow. You know.
I don't like that.
I hate when people give that advice. Go with the flow. What the fuck does that mean?
I want to have it planned out from step A to Z, and it's not like that right now.
I want to do some risk analysis. I don't want to go with the flow. I want to know where this is going.
I'm not.
Yeah, people that go with the flow are... you can't go with the flow too much. Like, it's not a real thing. Because you flow too much, you...
A people pleaser.
Well, a people pleaser, you don't have no plans, you don't got nothing together, you
just
a bum.
going.
Like, it's a lot of things that come along with going with the flow.
What do you do? What's the goal?
You don't got no house, you don't got no car, you just a bum.
You just in this bitch.
Just here. Flowing and shit.
Well, thank you, ladies, for that mental health check-in, giving us a little insight into how y'all doing. You know what I mean? Every day ain't perfect, but we still making it. You know what I'm saying? And that's what Surviving Superwoman is about. It doesn't always feel great, but that's why we're talking about it. Okay?
Right.
Thank the Lord for y'all. I'm telling you.
Man, okay? This is like our little therapy session every week. But okay, Dan, so go ahead and you introduce the topic. Say, well, tell us what we're talking about today.
So today we're talking about the evolution of you. So,
that sounds a little sexy. Evolution of you. What does that mean?
Not really sexy at all, actually. It's kind of the opposite. So it's really about exploring you, not your physical part, but your insides and like the journey that you've been along. It's really about looking back and all of those different like versions of you, kind of reflecting on those. And what did you learn from them? What didn't you learn? What mistakes did you make? How did you grow? What the hell happened? You know?
It sounds like you finna be in my business. Ain't that what Tabitha say?
Yeah.
Sound like you finna be in my business.
Oh, in it, honey. That's what we're here for. That's why I'm here, at least. So that's what we're going to talk about. But before we get to it, Q, hit us with the Cape rights so that, we good and prepared.
Yes. Okay, so, every episode we do the reading of the Cape rights. And that just reminds us to be vulnerable, that we're not here to save anybody. We're just here to talk about our truth, okay? So I'm going to say it, and then everyone here can repeat after me. This is how we did it last week, so maybe we just keep going that way.
Just say it all together.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
So everybody repeat after me. I am not a superhero.
I am not a superhero.
I'm taking my cape off.
I'm taking my cape off.
And my only obligation is to tell my truth.
And my only obligation is to tell my truth.
Good job, class. Okay. So, let's get into it. No more, fluff answers or whatever. Let's get to the nitty gritty. Let's get real. So.
Okay. Well, let's talk a little bit about our superpowers. So, in the spirit of evolution, what superpowers have you gained through your journey, like your evolution journey?
I would say flexibility, adaptability. I guess that would be one of the biggest ones. Just because we all go through life and feel like we have plans for every part of it. You know what I mean? And it's important to have goals. But sometimes things come along to kind of let you know what path you're supposed to be on. And sometimes you kind of lean more into that. And it takes you to beautiful places. And so I've learned to set my goals, but also be open to new opportunities that don't necessarily on the surface look like they align with what I wrote down. But, just because it's not spot on doesn't mean that is not a beautiful thing. And so that's one superpower I think I've gained throughout evolving is just being able to adapt. Set your goals, but look for new things to try to get into too. Yeah.
Okay. I like that.
Mine is confidence. Can't nobody tell me that I don't have the fattest ass in the world.
Can't nobody tell you.
My nickname
Pull
is
over.
Cheeks for Weeks.
Pull over. That ass too fat.
Whoop, whoop.
Okay. Pull over.
But I used to be real. Listen, they see it every day.
Period.
I can't help this dump truck. I can't help it. Oh my
delusion.
God.
I don't know if it's confidence or delulus.
It sounds a little more like delusion.
But but whatever.
I'm going to just drink my drink.
I used to be real shy, real ashamed, real, I was always like, I'm real skinny, like how I look, my shape, how I look in clothes, like all of that. Like, I wasn't one of the thick girls in middle school.
Yeah.
I was still shaped like a toddler. So
Girl, shit.
You was just a kid built like a kid. That's all that is.
A kid built like a
okay,
built like a kid. Oh my God. I got such an embarrassing story though. So, okay, real quick.
Okay.
St. Patrick's Day, right? I was in like 7th grade or some shit. I thought I was killing. I had these lime green jeans, right?
Okay.
My good Levi's on, white T-shirt, freshest
from 7 days.
Freshest pair. Yes.
Period.
Absolutely.
Yes.
That's what my grandma got them for me.
Yes.
Okay? Freshest pair of Air Forces. I begged my daddy for these shoes.
Okay.
Okay.
You got the butters on.
Listen. However, I'm this big. And my pants was so tight.
Oh,
they were so tight. And I'm like this big.
Count the change in your pocket.
I had talked about all day. And I was like.
Because what? You was a pancake?
What they say?
Like, I was just all kinds of skinny minis and this and that and Bones McGee and all kinds of shit.
Not Bones McGee.
And let me tell
That's already.
And she thought she walked in there with that thing on.
I knew I was fresh.
I can't
Right. And we had to like get our lunches like in front of everybody. So I'm like,
boom.
And everybody had to see me at the by the time lunchtime came, I didn't want to eat. I was
of course not.
Fuck y'all. I know you was in there. Man, mood was fuck y'all. Girl. Period. All day.
Now all of a sudden they like me. You know I used to like you in middle school.
You ain't like shit.
Anyways.
Yeah, that's my story for the day.
That's niggas' favorite thing to talk about.
Well, I liked you back in the day. If you don't get the hell out.
Anyway, so
the fuck?
Yeah, confidence.
What about you, Des? What's your evolution superpower? What's some things you picked up as you've evolved?
I don't know. So I've been over here thinking about it. I really don't know. My evolution superpower. It sounds crazy, but I want to say a mixture of what y'all both said, and I don't have a word for it. But being confident enough to bet on myself.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? To really, really learning that I can be bet on. Like, I'm a good hand. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah. Is that like imposter syndrome kind of?
Absolutely. Like, not believing that, I can do it, or I'm it, or I'm that girl, or whatever. However you want to describe it, Yeah, absolutely. Thinking, imposter syndrome is pretty much like you being in a space that you don't necessarily believe you belong in. And so, I would say it's a version of that. I think it's more just betting on me. Like, you can do it, you know? Try, fill out the application, do the thing, just try, just see what, like you're a lot more capable than you give yourself credit. So, but my evolution has taught me sometimes the only person you can depend on is yourself. Yeah. And so let's see, you know. So that's my superpower, betting on me.
Okay.
So what's your kryptonite? Like, what's your kryptonite?
I guess when it comes to evolving, one thing that I think might hinder me at times is my avoidance. Like, I'm one of those people where sometimes I get crossed or I feel a way about something and I could just decide on my own without actually confronting the issue, just deciding that I'm not going to deal with this person or just unilaterally deciding how it's going to get handled versus communicating and addressing the thing head on. And I think sometimes important conversations can be had when we address things head on, but I can be avoidant sometimes. And in my mind, it's like a mix of ego and avoidance. But definitely I think that kind of holds me back sometimes.
I got you. I understand that. DJ, what is your kryptonite throughout your journey?
I was going to say the same thing, but now I'm real quick to anger. Like, I just skip everything else and go straight to being pissed the fuck off.
Okay.
It be like that.
That's
and
real.
I'm yelling, cussing. It's I'm here, and I have to learn how to. It's real quick. I get triggered like that from any and even the kid, from everybody. It's just fuck you. Like, why would you do that? It goes there, and I'm like, oh shit, okay. Hold on. Calm down. But I done already said fuck you and your granny at that point, but
twice.
Right.
It be like that too.
That, I could have handled that better, but I that'll take me back.
I think a lot of people can relate to that, being quick to anger.
Maybe I can.
Been there, sometimes still there, baby.
I was gonna say might be there next week, child. You never know.
Period.
Counting and breathing and that don't do it for me.
I gotta remember to do that before I go off, not after.
My mouth is quicker than me breathing.
Yep.
It is quicker than breathing. That is a fact. It's quicker than breathing. It be out before I
think as a black girl, it's just embedded in our DNA just to have a comeback or something to say. Have the last word. Like,
you got to.
We're just used to that. It's like
just defensive.
Before we can even think, something came up out of our mouth because we had to respond.
Yeah. And I mean, that just comes from having to be on the defensive all the time, through
always having to explain.
Yep.
All right, what about you, Des? Your kryptonite. What's something you think is hindering you from evolving sometimes?
My kryptonite is my rejection issues. And so I think it's a little bit of the avoidance. But I'm really not that big of an avoider.
You are not. You are a head oner if I've ever met one.
But it still hinders me. I don't know. So I'm a head oner. Maybe I need to learn how to avoid a little bit.
I don't know.
I'm a head oner.
The other side ain't all that either.
Like, I'm a head oner. I'm gonna call you and ask you, or like, in my mind, I want to avoid. I'm nervous. I'm scared. I don't want to have a conversation. But before
I just find it funny.
My instinct, you know what I'm saying? Before I can't even make it without the, like, you know what? I'm going to just call her. Because, you know, that's me.
I'm finna pull up on her. That's her favorite. I pull up over there.
And
that's her favorite. I will pull up over there.
And I be pulling. I do.
Fuck around, I pull up on her.
I do. And I ain't even trying to fight. I mean, you know what I'm saying?
I know she see me call her. I should pull up on her.
I will. That's the thing.
I wish we could make like a reel of Des saying that because Des
start recording it because I do say it a lot.
I'm about to pull up.
I'm gonna pull up on her. It's fine. She don't gotta answer. I'm about to pull up on her, and it's so real. Because I just be wanting to have a conversation. Like tell me directly, and I think that comes with rejection and abandonment and stuff like that. But like, it really bothers me to wonder. And so my kryptonite is honestly having difficult adjusting to people who don't like to communicate.
Yeah.
Like I really struggle with people who don't fucking like to tell me what the hell is going on. Like I don't have time to it's too much.
Yeah.
Like I really be, and then that's when I get avoided. Like fuck it, you know what? I'm not gonna talk to her anymore.
Yeah,
anymore. Okay, mind you, anymore. Period. We're done.
Yeah. I know what you mean.
So, dealing with different types of communication or lack thereof styles. That is my kryptonite. Yeah. I really need to work on that too. Ooh. Y'all pray for me, child, because I really don't understand. Y'all got a mouth. I don't get it. Just talk. Tell me. God damn it. You want the emotions chart? Like
Yeah.
Are you frustrated, embarrassed,
actually
shameful, guilty?
Here are the words. Use one of them.
Give me some. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So anyway, those are my superpower questions today.
Okay. All right. Well, that was some good stuff that came out of that and we're gonna get like more into how we've evolved with our discussion questions as we always do. And so going right into that, I think the first question is the evolution elevator speech. Like, if you had to tell us your Rocky story in like 3 to 5 sentences, what would it be? Like like where did you come from? Like what's the emergence? Give it to me.
Me?
Yeah, you.
That's hard. I had to think about it.
Well, we all have to think. Okay,
whatever.
Somebody got to go first. And it can't be me.
I feel you. You could have asked yourself. No, I'm playing. Okay. I don't know. So I had to write a 3 to 5 sentence bio for myself a couple weeks ago, and I struggled. I called you and asked you, didn't I?
Yep.
Like really, Missy wrote it, and I just changed the words around. Okay, my 3 to 5 sentence Rocky story. It ain't gonna be 3 to 5 sentences, but it is really about imposter syndrome and lack of confidence through abandonment and rejection. Those are my biggest issues, right? Those are the biggest ones that I personally see symptoms floating in a bunch of different directions from. Now, it's probably other things as well. Poverty, being black, being a woman, the mix of all. It's all type of things. But definitely rejection and abandonment come in. And really just feeling like a black sheep in some situations with heavy perfectionism sprinkled on top.
Yep.
So it's like you a black sheep, like you're wrong. But then, so you work really hard to try to be perfect and the shit blows up in your face. That's the story, baby. You work the perfectionism.
Yep.
And you do everything perfectly. You do all the shit that everybody tell you to do. You get the degrees, you go to college, you get good straight A's in high school. I was in so much shit in high school. I could not get a job because I was literally busy every day till 10:30 p.m. Every single day. Like just perfectionism at its best. In college, who the fuck is the extracurricular kid in college? me. Like, I literally am the poster child for what you supposed to do. Okay,
literally.
Now don't get me wrong, I did some shit, but not. I'm the poster child of checking them boxes. I'm gonna check the boxes. I ain't had no kids. I didn't, all that shit. And even when you do that, the shit blows up in your motherfucking face.
Yep.
And it hurts. I can't say so much worse because we all have our experiences. But baby, it hurts so bad to blow up in your face when you did everything that you thought you was supposed to do.
And life's still coming at your ass like it came at everybody else.
And all the motherfucking people that you were perfect for still turned their back, still looked at you crazy. Like, or, whatever their experiences are, it might not even been on purpose, but they still slapped your ass in the face. And you end up learning that, why the hell am I doing all this?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So you end
People
up...
still don't like you. People still don't show up for you. People still
And you
got
still
something to
end
say.
up with all these insecurities, and now you constantly assessing yourself and constantly trying to see, what's right, what's wrong. Am I good enough for this? Am I good enough for that? Constantly measuring yourself and measuring and comparing yourself to others. Just being honest, so... really working through that journey. And am I done? No. So I'm not even Rocky at the top of the stairs. I'm about 3/4 up. I'm looking up there. I'm on my way. I do believe in myself, betting on myself. Like I said, I'm giving that. But the Rocky story is perfectionism blowing the fuck up in your face and still having to work through it.
Okay.
And understand that perfectionism gets you nowhere.
Yeah.
The niggas with the A's and the niggas with the C's is all out here in the world. And the niggas with the F's. Is all out here in the world.
And I think chasing perfectionism, the more rewarding thing is chasing happiness than perfectionism.
Yeah. But even the journey
is really no such thing as perfect.
But even the journey of figuring out what happy is, because I thought that's what perfectionism was. Like, I thought that was me trying to get to happy. So then now it's like, damn.
But you're trying to
plan it out. So
that
what
ain't how
is
you
happy?
get there.
Yeah. So what is it? You know what I'm saying? What makes me happy for real? Is it really checking all these boxes? Is it sitting on a beach? Is it doing it? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's all now you got this blank canvas and really don't know what the fuck to do.
See, you trying to plan it out, and now it's like, well, what the fuck? Like, what? Instead of you're supposed to live in the moment and see what's making me happy now. But how do I not plan?
I don't even know what it is.
What's gonna make me happy in 5 years? You know.
Yeah, exactly. So I think I'm kind of in blank canvas mode right now. Like, I mean, I got a lot of shit on the canvas, but you know what I'm saying? Where are we going with this? Like, what? I don't know any. I don't know. I know, but I don't. I don't know. We're going to see. I mean, I'm good. I'm satisfied. I'm happy with myself and what I have done so far. But I thought I knew what destiny at 35 is supposed to look like. And that'll be in July. Don't have a clue. I thought I knew what 40, 50, 60. I don't know.
You don't know.
What about you, DJ? What's your evolution elevator speech?
Mine is gaining confidence and speaking up for myself. So I was always like a real quiet, real ashamed, and I was real just go with the flow. I'm gonna be around my friends, and I'm gonna just kind of, I'm gonna do what y'all do. Is it might be a little. I got into a lot of uncomfortable situations, just trying to go with the flow and not trying to rock the boat, not trying to draw attention, saying, oh, I don't want to do that, or let me just take my ass back around the corner and go home. It was just I've gained more. I'm able to say what I want and what I don't want. If I don't like something, I don't like that, or I'm willing to do what I want to do for me instead of trying to be a people pleaser. And try. Oh well, what if she thought this? What if they, what if I said no? Well, what if she don't talk to me tomorrow? Because
for real,
it's stuff like that. Like, oh, I can't. I feel bad for not making certain events. I can't make your party or this or that, you know, and I feel bad,
and
but
it
bothers me, but I gotta choose me and not feel bad because I'm fucking tired and exhausted. And, you know, I gotta work tomorrow, plus take care of these kids.
That makes sense.
Amen.
So standing up for myself that's a huge thing for me.
I love that.
Yeah, that's big.
That is big.
For me, I think mine is just like a classic tortoise and the hare story. Just figuring out my own pace and staying true to that. Because there, you know, like you grow up, there are people around you moving a little faster. You know, they reach their peaks earlier. You know what I mean? Like, and me just making sure I was staying on my own pace and learning along the way and not like trying to jump onto somebody else's.
Yeah.
Like what everybody else is doing. Because like growing up, I just kind of went off the beaten path a few times and they ended up being very pivotal. Just like trying not to, making the choice to pick my own path versus trying to keep up with other people. Like when it came to the high school that I went to and, you know, like the path I chose to go to law school and stuff. And like, while I was broke as hell and thugging it in school, my friends had jobs and they was making money and they were, you know, they was able to do things. I was in the middle of white ass Iowa, studying my ass off and everybody was here traveling, going to parties and, you know, enjoying themselves, linking up and stuff like that. And I just had to make sure that I stayed on my path and at my pace and figuring out who I was along the way, even though it seemed like everybody was passing me up at a point. And so then doing that and staying on my own pace, even though it was slower, somehow in a lot of ways I ended up ahead. And so that's I think that's kind of what my evolution story is. It's just kind of, you know, going at my own pace and just knowing that as long as I stick to that, no matter where everybody else falls, I will win as long as I stay on my pace.
Okay. I love that.
I like that. Yeah.
So what has been the biggest challenges thus far in your evolution journey, DJ?
So parenthood has brought forth a lot of shit that I didn't know was a real issue, such as my anger, my patience.
Okay.
Because I have to remember that you are teaching these little people literally everything from scratch, literally how to move a fucking finger. And it's like, why don't you or why are you doing this? Why, like, I got to remember, like, they just got here.
Know.
They literally don't know.
Yeah.
Like, my patience is so short. And I'm getting better, definitely, but that is, that is a challenge. Is having patience, and you have to have them. 2 toddlers, you have to have it, no matter what. That's the thing, you know. Can't just beat people's ass. No, I'm not just gonna beat their ass.
Right.
I've evolved from that, you know. I'm not just passing out ass whoopings for no reason.
Good job.
Right.
You know.
I'm proud of that.
But I gotta pull it back sometimes, and like, okay. Y'all gonna go in y'all room.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna go sit over here and we go all breathe and take a break.
Yeah.
And then come back. Like, and being okay with having to do that.
Love it.
Because I'm not okay with doing that. I feel some type of way that I have to do that, but I gotta do that. I have to do it.
The alternative was being our parents and passing out ass whoopings every 5 minutes.
Exactly. So I'm put you in your room for 30
that
minutes.
Didn't always
and
work either. Shit.
Yeah.
I love that.
My biggest challenge, I would say, is not shrinking myself. That's a space that I have, for some reason, learned to fall into very easy. Like I always default to playing humble, playing small, just because the pressure of being the big dog, even when you actually are the big dog, is a lot.
Yep.
And so, you know, because when you're the big dog, people want to ask you questions. People want to dump things on you. People all of a sudden have expectations as soon as you as soon as you make it known who you are in the room, all of a sudden all these expectations come. Whether people are speaking them or not, you can just feel the room shift.
It's like they just drawing it out.
Yeah,
but when you big dog as a black woman, they start to get intimidated.
And that's something that like puts a little tremor in my heart. I'm a little scared of that, even though.
And you got to do it gracefully, and nicely,
deep down,
and respectfully.
You can't rock the boat too much.
I know. In my own spaces, in my own right, I am a big dog. But barking loud is scary sometimes.
It is.
Like,
it is.
And so I think that's one of my biggest challenges.
Allies in the room.
Yeah, and that's one of my biggest challenges is stepping into the room with my fullness and letting people having to deal with that. Just putting it on the table and leaving it there and not explaining it away. Just be. This is what it is.
This is what it is.
And look them square in the eye like.
And what you gonna do about it?
It's you know what I'm saying? That's some scary shit.
It is. It is. It's terrifying.
Yeah. And so that's one of my biggest challenges is taking up that space.
Yeah. I can't wait till you do it. It's going to be great.
Girl, to see.
It is.
And it's going to be great to see.
It is.
Ooh. But yeah. So what about you, Des? What's the biggest challenge for you?
My biggest challenge. Trust in me. I know that I said that already, but it's really just about trusting that I'm supposed to be in the room. It's that imposter syndrome. Trusting that I don't even necessarily want to be the big dog.
Yeah.
I just look around and I be like, damn.
This what I got to work
I'm
with?
running my mouth and I'm like, you know what I'm saying? I just look around like, damn.
Yeah.
Look at you again. Everybody's staring at you because here you are running your mouth, or here you are teaching people, or here you are leading this, or look at you that took over. Like, God damn, girl, just be quiet. But it's really just trusting me. Like, I need a lot of reassurance. You know, I always need to look at somebody and say, right?
Yeah.
You think so?
Yeah.
What y'all think? Y'all like this? Da-da-da. And they'll tell you, they'll be like, girl, you're not going to change your mind anyway. You already know what you want it to look like. You know what it's going to be like. You know what this is.
You just want somebody to tell you it's good.
I do. And they both be like, yeah.
Whatever you want.
Ain't looked at it, ain't thought about it. Yeah.
Yeah, they just like, oh, that's not what I need.
Yeah. But that's...
But it is, though. And it do
it
be
is.
great.
I need the reassurance.
It really be great, though.
I do. Like, just... trusting that I have the capability to make the decisions and make my choices myself, and that my experience is not tainted. So
and that you actually have good judgment.
Yes.
Like it's given what it's supposed to give.
Yeah. And even though whatever my experiences that I don't trust, or whatever negativity, you know, from my perception that I think I have, it has not burned me or soiled me or bruised me into not being able to be a big dog in the room, or any dog in the room for that matter. So yeah, that my biggest challenge has just been trusting myself. And I'm indecisive as hell. Okay, I ain't made it all the way, but I'm on my way.
Yeah.
And when I do, you bitches better watch out.
Yeah. So, what does the most evolved version of you look like? Like, you know, in your mind right now. So, like, and this could change over time, but as you sit here today, what does the most evolved version of you look like, DJ?
Yeah, I am, in my mind, I want to be like one of those suburban housewives, right? So like I'm waking up at 5-6 o'clock in the morning, you know, 5 o'clock because I got to get my workout in, because I have to take care of myself, right? So I have to do that before the kids wake
morning
up.
Run,
you know, my little morning run.
I wish y'all could see y'all can't see my mouth open.
You know, come back. I don't even get up that early for work. Like, I'm struggling.
That's why I'm like 5 o'clock. She lying.
But like, it's so ridiculous, the version of me in my head.
Is it
like,
though? And
it's
I think
like
we
such
shouldn't...
it's the perfection thing, and it's a
I was about to
movie
say, is it
every
real?
time.
Yeah,
it's not. And I know it's not, but in my mind, I'm like, one of these days, I'm going to wake up at 6 o'clock in the morning, and I'm going to do this. And I'm
you want that?
Do the day. I do, but it's just, I don't know what.
So why you ain't doing it?
I don't know. Now, you know what? I've worked myself up to where I can wake up without an alarm clock.
Okay.
By 7:30. without an alarm clock.
It's
That's pretty
okay.
good
But I was
for
about
you.
to say, and it's
It
okay.
is.
Like,
It's
I
good
know
for
what
you.
this big rhetoric is about everybody being an
It
early
is.
riser, but that's not for everybody.
It's not.
Like,
It's
just
not.
because you don't wake up at 4 or 5 a.m. don't mean you
Yeah.
can't have a productive day. You can have a productive day waking up at 8 o'clock.
But
Like, you know what I'm
the
saying?
one time, like maybe the 2 times I did do it, it was such a
It
good
does feel
ass
good to wake up
fucking
early.
day. And that's the thing,
But-
because I've done it. I had to get up that early. I ain't had no choice. But I want to just start, like, trying to start off the day.
Is it the
just-
early rising or is it the suburban housewife stereotype?
It's both.
Okay.
It's a little bit of both, because that time it's very fucking peaceful. It really is.
It is
because
peaceful.
the
It
kids
is.
and husband,
The whole
it's
world is quiet.
The
Ooh, it's
whole
the best part of
world
the day.
is quiet. You know, but I'm like, I try to wake up on my own, and I'm like, fuck all this, and I roll over and go back to bed. You know,
But that's okay. Girl, my husband wakes up at 2 p.m. every day. And he works out every day. He runs a successful business. Like, now he don't go to sleep until 3 a.m. or whatever time. But he is 100. One of the things I value and admire about him is that he does not give a fuck about everybody else's schedule. And as much as the person who lives with him, sleeps with him both ways, and just manages life with him, it is definitely difficult to deal with him because he lives in a completely different schedule than everybody else. But I also admire it because he don't give no fucks
That's
about
the
none of us,
thing.
including me and my working at a school ass. Okay, he be going to sleep and I be waking up, and he does not care. It does not bother him. Like, stand in your shit. If you know, you can be the suburban housewife who is working out at night.
Yeah.
If that works best for you, you
Or
know
in the
what
middle
I
of
mean?
the day.
Yeah, whatever works for you. You know. So my bad.
Des, what's
Yeah.
the most evolved version of you?
I really don't know. So this is, I'm in all honesty, this is the first time in my life that I don't know. So I've always known. I've always known. I've
Yeah.
always been able to tell you exactly what she look like, sound like, talk like.
is this 35? You
This-
just
I don't know. It's very uncomfortable for me. I am living with anxiety every day. If you
Oh
want to know
my
the truth,
God.
because I usually have shit planned.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know.
What is this?
I don't know what she looked like me. More evolved, goddamn it.
Okay.
Peaceful, quiet, got shit.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Zen.
Chilling, zen, okay? Fucking getting massages. Like, I genuinely, I don't know. And I think that's a journey. That's the journey for me.
Yeah.
Of not knowing. That's something new for me. So that's where I am.
The most evolved version of me is I think I live a lot louder. Like, you know, just as myself.
Cool.
Yeah, like I'm wearing the clothes I want to wear. I am I guess the most evolved version of me is just making decisions without everybody else. Just making them for me, and then letting everybody else deal with it without me overthinking of how everybody's going to react and what they think about everything that I do.
Yeah.
I think honestly that's the most evolved version of me. So like, I mean, even down to the clothes and stuff that I wear sometimes, like, oh, this is just gonna be too bright. I'm
Yeah.
gonna just be too bright.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna be
Yep.
too like
I do that.
evolved me is not gonna give
Don't
a fuck
give a
about
damn.
none of that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm trying new hobbies. I'm not afraid to look stupid. I'm not afraid to be seen trying. I think I'm just more fearless.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love
so
it.
I think
Fearless.
that's you know what I'm saying?
I love that.
Yep. So
Okay, so we only got 2 minutes, but real quick, I want to go into Fantastic Four. What are some areas that you still think you need to evolved? 1 to 2
areas.
words.
Oh, just one or Fantastic Four.
Yep.
So okay,
So
I
4
got mine.
areas that you want to evolve. Yes.
My patience, because it is very thin. Avoidance, I still avoid. Okay, that's terrible. Speaking up for myself, I've gotten better, you know, but that's still a thing. I need to work on that. And having fun. I let life too much, and I get caught up in the mom, wife, you know, all of that, my job. Sometimes I need to just say fuck all that and do what I want to do.
Okay. I love that. You got any?
Yeah. So I echo avoidance, rejection, afraid that my real self will be rejected, overthinking. That's self-explanatory. And then lastly, standing on business. Just like, you know what I mean? Like, if I have an idea, a dream, a goal, like, just go into it like 100%, like, throw myself fully into it without hesitating.
You said do it scared.
Yeah, do it scared. Do it scared.
Okay,
Stand on business. Yeah.
Okay, so mine are dealing with people in different communication styles because avoiding people trigger me. Avoiding stuff myself though, because two things can be true at once. Trusting myself, like trusting that I am that bitch, I am that girl, I am. Sometimes I'm not, but just enough. Goddamn it.
Yeah,
you know, I don't even have to be all that. And then the last one is just following me, my likes, my wants, not feeling bad, to just go with what really makes my guts and my insides feel squishy.
Yeah.
You know, like that's really it. But those are my 4. So
Okay.
Thank you, ladies, so much for doing fantastic for that. Was the quickest we ever did. I'm proud of y'all.
Oh yeah, I just want to say good job, ladies. I think this was a really good, important conversation talking about the evolution of ourselves. And while we can talk about all day what we work on, what we need to work on, the places we've stumbled, the things we don't do well, we need to make sure that we take a moment to be grateful and look back and see how far we have come, because we've evolved. We're still evolving, but we have evolved from some spaces.
Absolutely.
And so, you know, just make sure you take that time to love on yourself, pat yourself on the back, and just be proud of yourself, because at one point you were praying to be where you are now. Even if it's not in every space, in some spaces, you prayed to be where you are now.
Absolutely.
So, shout out to
Beyond
us
this.
for evolving.
Hello. Yes, Evolve.
Yeah, so that's all I had to say. Des, you could take us out and let the people know where to find us.
Well, I just want to thank y'all so much for joining the Surviving Superwoman show. Once again, it has been amazing. Like Missy said, make sure you take your moment and you look back and you evolved. A part of being a superhero is to assess and reassess and to love and just enjoy the journey. But y'all know where to find us. If you can't find us anywhere else, you go to goldengirlsgroup.org. But we also are on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, everywhere that you listen to podcasts, you can find us. But just in case you don't know, go to girlsgroup.org. And we also got some really good events coming up this year. So make sure you check out goldengirlsgroup.org to check all of that out.
Yes,
all right.
yes.
Peace out.
It's your girl, Missy.
What's up, y'all? It's DJ.
And y'all know it's Des. All right. See you later.
Bye.